Very good evening, everyone. Good evening, all of you.
Good evening, madam.
All right. Can all of you hear me? And is the screen visible to you?
Yes, madam.
Okay, right. All right. So there are around 12 students in the class, right? All right. Can all of you understand English? Will you be able to understand if I'm explaining in English? Obviously, the program will be conducted in English, but in between, if you have any doubts, I can help you with other languages, okay? I can't conduct the class in Sinhala language or Tamil language, okay? It will be in English language, but I can help you. If you cannot understand anything, I can help you with other languages, okay? Okay, there are students still joining.
Good evening, Miss.
Good evening, good evening. And also please change your Zoom profile name into your real name. If you are not using your real name, there's a student with C66349. Please change your Zoom name into your real name, dear, so that I can understand, so to identify you, yeah. Okay, right, let's start the lecture. So this program is Certificate in Teacher Training and Early Childhood Learning Methodology, and it will be conducted for I think it will be conducted for 16 hours approximately. If it is 2 hours into 8 classes, obviously it would be for 2 months. But if we were not able to conduct the class for 2 hours in a day, so obviously the class would be taking more than 2 months, okay? All right, so before starting the lecture, so have anyone attended the class or else have anyone joined the certificate in spoken English class? Did you come across me in any classes? Or is this your first class with me?
I did spoken English class, Miss. So
Okay. How about others? So is everyone from batch 1 under scholarship program, or is it a separate program? First class, Hajara, right? Yeah, Hajar. Nadira. Ramzina, okay. Right. Okay, so let me introduce myself to you so that you would know who am I and what we are going to do in the class, okay? Right. So I'm Miss Humaida Mihilar. I would define myself as the teacher trainer as well as English lecturer. So I have completed my bachelor degree, which is English language and teaching, as well as I have other qualifications, diplomas, and so on. Okay. And regarding my experience, currently I'm conducting different programs from diploma programs to HND, Higher National Diploma, as well as top-up degree program. So I'm working with 2 to 3 to so on colleges and a campus where I conduct my teacher training English classes. Okay. And yeah, I have trained more than 100 of students in related to teacher training.
Yeah.
Okay, please mute your mic if you discuss in the class. Okay. Yes. So indeed, I have come across more than 100 of students who are teacher trainees. So we have trained more than, I would say, more than 100 or more than 200 students related to different types of programs. So this is the first batch of certificate in teacher training, certificate program in teacher training. Okay. All right. I would like to get to know you a bit better, so that we can work together for 2 months, right? It's fine if you want to speak in Tamil, if you want to speak in Sinhala, it's totally fine. But just give a short introduction about you, so that I can know you a bit more. Yes. Please introduce yourself regarding your name, obviously, and what are you doing right now? Are you a student, or are you currently working somewhere, or else maybe you're from any other profession? Yes, I would like to know a bit about you. Okay, Zainab. Yeah, in between நான் தமிழ் யூஸ் பண்ணி explain பண்றேன், okay? Because teacher training program வந்து mostly around 90% வந்து English languageல தான் continue பண்ணணும். In all the நீங்க எந்த காலேஜ் ஜாயின் பண்ணாலும் if it is valid ஒரு காலேஜால இஷ்யூ பண்றேன்னு சொன்னா அவங்க இன்டர்நேஷனல் லாங்குவேஜ் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஓகே. ஸோ தமிழ்ல எல்லாத்தையும் எனக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ண முடியாது, பட் இன் பிட்வீன் உங்களுக்கு என்ன சார் கிளியர் இல்லைன்னு சொன்னா, என்ன சார் தெரியணும்னு சொன்னா எனக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ண முடியும். But I will try my best. Okay. Anyone who wants me to explain Sinhala as well? Is there anyone? Okay, so we have few students. I'm Nadira. I'm currently teaching in an institute. Okay, right. So who are your audience, Nadira? So are you working with preschoolers or primary graders or adults? And how long are you teaching, dear? All right, I'm Shireen from Colombo. I'm mother of 2 and I'm a homemaker. Yes, okay, that's wonderful. So this program will help you to teach your kids, right? Can some of y'all unmute and introduce yourself? It's like I'm introducing myself with different names, right? Yeah, please. How about... Yes, Sumaya Mansoor. Okay, I'm Madhusani from Anuradhapura. I'm an undergrad. So that's Madhusani. So okay, Nadira. So you are teaching English for primary grades. Okay, please send your details to everyone. ඔගොල්ලෝ type කරලා introduce කරනකොට හැමෝටම යවන්න. So each of you can get to know yourselves. Okay, please send it to everyone. Hajar. Yes, Rizna. Rizna, your mic is unmuted, Rizna Jankir. Okay. I'm Hajra Rizwan. I'm from Nigambo. I'm a student. All right. I'm Tulani. I'm from Ratnapura. I'm currently working at International School as a clerk. Okay, that's wonderful, Tulani. And who do we have? I'm Hasna and I'm from Kandy. I own a micro cake business. I follow the certificate in spoken English. Oh, that's great. That's great, Hasna. I'm glad to meet few of the students back. I'm Nora from Galhin. I'm a student, AL first year. Okay, that's great. So you're following both certificate program and your advanced level. I'm Rosina from Kandy, currently reading a PGD in education and working part-time as an invigilator and a mother of one. Okay. Postgraduate diploma in education, right? So Rosina, if you are following postgraduate diploma, which is level 7, is it level 7 as you are referring to? And so what's the reason of joining certificate in teacher training program? Yeah, can you unmute Rosina so that I can get to know you a bit more?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Rosina.
The thing is, yeah, it's PGD 7, but I've just enrolled for it. I'll be commencing classes mid-January, probably.
Mid-January. I think it's PGD in, is
Yes.
it education leadership and
Education.
management? Or is it just
I still
education?
did not, just education. It is British level 7
Okay, okay. So where are you following?
at AIBT.
AIB. Oh, okay, right. Right. And there are some PGD which are referring to PGD in education, management, and leadership. So confirm which one are you following, right? It's better.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Great. So actually, so what's the reason of following a certificate program parallelly?
Actually, I am planning to travel abroad, so I
Oh,
thought I might get some experience to a startup and then, consider the options as well.
All right. So it would be giving you the basic foundation, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely right. Okay. All right. Wonderful. That's great. Yes, Salhan. Salhan. You are raising your hand, my dear. So is there a reason? All right. Thank you for introducing yourself, even in chat, even though I'm the one who read them, but okay. So I do have a part idea about my students. All right. Okay, let me just introduce what certificate in teacher training program and
Excuse me, miss. Shall I explain about myself?
Yes, Ramzina, please.
Sorry, ma'am. My name is Ramsina, not
Ramzina.
Ramzina. Ramsina.
Okay, Ramzina. Okay, my bad.
My name is Ramsina Parveen. I'm from Vattala. And I followed my BA degree at Calny University. Nowadays, currently I'm doing an online class and doing a Gatwick College teacher training and psychology classes also. That's all.
Okay, that's wonderful, Ramzina. Okay, that's wonderful. Right. Okay. Yes, any other who wish to speak?
Hi, ma'am. I'm Edisha from Ragama.
Yes, Adisha.
I have already done a diploma in early childhood education. I have a son. Now I'm expecting another one next month. I have already like 1 year experience as a preschool teacher.
Okay. That's wonderful. So if you do possess a diploma already, so what's the reason of joining this program, my dear?
Related to teacher training, I haven't learned in the course that I have studied. So I thought this could add me some benefits.
Yes, yes, definitely. Right. Okay. All right, all right. Without further delay, let's move on. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Salhan.
I'm extremely sorry, ma'am. My name is Ramla. Actually, I used the boy name for a safe.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Shall I introduce myself, ma'am?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, I am finished my A level and I'm currently in home now. I join online classes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm doing classes, ma'am.
All right. That's great. That's great.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, dear.
I'm Jaria. I'm currently doing my ALS and I'm doing diploma in psychology right now.
So as well as you're interested in teacher training program, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. All right. I'm so pleased to know you all and know the diversity of the students. Yeah. All right. So in certificate program, you will basically learn the basics of teacher training and early childhood learning methodology. So the strategies, methods, as well as what are the basic theory, basic pedagogy of teacher training program. Okay. So when it comes to diploma, HND, obviously it's so much wider, right? But during this program, you will be learning the very much basis, and of course, I will be adding a bit higher than the basic, which is needed by this particular program, as well as to benefit you. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on without further delay. All right. What is education? What is education? How will you define education? There are teachers in our class, yes, and there are new and there are some students who are trying to change their profession as teachers. So what's your perspective on education? What do you think about it? How would you see, how would you define education? Yes? What is your idea on education? All of you would know this name, right? Know this term, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So what's your idea? What's your opinion? What's your perspective on education? How will you define it? All right. So basically, you are
Excuse
trying
me,
to.
ma'am.
Yes, my dear.
Shall I say that education in my knowledge?
Yes, please.
Actually, ma'am, education is a meaning of accumulation of new ideas and building a good knowledge and sharing to the society and understanding the value of the real now world.
Yes, yes, indeed, indeed. I would totally agree with your opinion. Yeah. How about others? How about others? Each of the opinion will differ, right? Then, for an example, my definition will not be equal to yours, and your opinion will not be equal to your friend. So we would need a big diversity. We should know. We should be able to understand and accept the diversity, right? So, according to this program, one of the skill. Okay, there are so many skill under teacher under the characteristics of teachers. Okay, we'll be learning about it in our future classes. But one of the skill that is you should speak, right? As teachers, you should be able to speak and express what is in your mind. You have to demonstrate it clearly to your students, right? As well as even in our class, in our lecture. we need interaction patterns. So that is also a way of evaluating yourself. Okay, so you have to put forward your opinion regarding few topics, whatever we are covering in the class. Yeah. All right. How about others? How will you define? Okay, now Dira has said education is learning. Okay. It is the knowledge about particular subject. Okay. Okay, everyone, please send your opinions according to everyone, my dear. Please type when you are typing, when you are sharing something, please send it to everyone. Okay, so that they will also know what is in your mind. I mean, what are your opinions about specific topic? Okay, that's totally fine, Nadir. I hope that you get. I hope that, and I pray that you get well soon. You may type, yeah. Receiving knowledge from someone else. Okay. Education is the process. Okay, Hajar. Okay, that's totally fine. Education is the process of learning and teaching. All right. It's from Madhushani. Any other different ideas, different opinions? Yes, please. You are very welcome to discuss about it. Okay, let's move on. The acquisition of knowledge and skills through various aspects such as programs, reading books, and so on. Yeah, that's one more aspect. Yeah, definitely. All right. So education is an essential process in human development. It is different from schooling. All right. So when we refer education, it should be considered as something that will be contributing towards human development. Now, if a person needs to develop, right, that person need changes in the behavior. So we consider it as education, right? It is different from schooling. Now, the norm of the society, the very common norm of the society, they believe education is schooling. If we admit our children to a school, obviously they would be educated, but it's not the reality, right? Education is different and schooling is totally a different consideration. Schooling is just one way in which education is provided. So it is one of the mean of educating oneself, educating the children. Schooling is not the total education that a child needs, but it is just one way and one mean it would be providing the education towards the children. Whereas education deals with total process of human learning by which knowledge is imparted. Faculties are trained and different skills are developed. Okay. Okay, Zainab. Now, if a Tamil read பண்ணிக்கொண்டு போகும்போது when I'm explaining English will explain பண்ணும்போது I can't explain in Tamil in between, but and the explanation complete பண்ணதுக்கு போறோம் I can help you, right? Because if we keep using all the three languages, we are spending too much time. Okay, but I will summarize. Now, the summarize பண்றேன். After explaining English, I will summarize. Okay. And also you will get the recording, right? Please recheck the recording once again. If you have language problem, or if you are new to this profession, or if you have doubts, please refer to the recording as well. Okay, I will help you, Zainab. All right. So yeah, where were we? All right. So education will be leading towards the total developmental process of knowledge, which is related to knowledge. We want our learners, our children, to increase in their knowledge, right? So we admit, because of that, we admit them in the school, and that is one reason, and that is one of the mean of requiring or needing of education. As well as there are teachers, there are faculties who are trained, who are very skilled, and who can deal with children, right? As of you have joined this program to improve your skill, to improve your pedagogical skill, right? To improve your teaching skill. So like that, they are very much trained and skilled. Education is also defined as the act or process of educating or applying on mind, of a process of character training, right? Basically, now another norm of the society, that is, if the children improve their talent, improve their skill in a particular subject, for an example, in English, in mathematics, in science, they will be considered as educated, right? Okay, they are top, they are reaching high in education, right? But it's not the real meaning. It's not the real meaning, because education is not really defined according to the subject, according to the skills of the subject of a learner can learn, but it's something very much broader, where it will change the behavior pattern of a learner, and how it will change the mind of a learner. Okay, so education is not really directly impacting on the subjects, but it will bring a total change in the behavior of a child, of a learner. So we want them to learn specific subjects in order to change their life, change their mind, alter their behavioral patterns, right? So that is education. It is a dynamic instrument of change. Education is expected to affect or condition the social behavior of a person being educated. Now, if education is taught, okay, if knowledge is passed down to learners and children, they will change their behavior, or else they will learn new behavioral patterns. Okay, it differs accordingly to each and every learner. And education is a lifelong process which always used to imply a positive state of mind. For an example, let's take all of you. So there are around 20 students joined this certificate program, and some of the students are from different field, or maybe they are working, and some are still students, some are pursuing, some are still schooling, or some are undergrads, and some are homemakers, right? So it's a lifelong process. We cannot limit the education only to specific group, or specific age, or specific gender. Even masculine, even men can join certain programs, right? Even if they want to learn a specific program, right? So it's not characterized, but still it's a lifelong learning process, right? According to Bamisiu, education is a cumulative process of intellectual abilities, skills, attitudes, all of which form our various outlooks and disposition to action in life generally. All right, please read this definition, everyone. What can you understand from this definition? Okay, I will give you few minutes. Try to understand this definition and discuss what you understood from this definition. It's very wide, okay? All right. So I will help Zainab a bit. Are there anyone else who wants Tamil explanation? So I'm going to spare a few minutes for Tamil explanation, right? So education என்று சொல்றது ஒரு subject மட்டும் teach பண்றது education இல்ல. So because subject on the master பண்ண முடியும் ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒரு லேர்னருக்கு ஒரு சைல்டுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு. நான் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் அவங்க மேக்ஸ் லேர்ன் பண்றாங்க, ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் மேக்ஸ் லேர்ன் பண்றாங்கன்னு சொன்னா நல்லா லேர்ன் பண்றாங்க, சயின்ஸ் நல்லா லேர்ன் பண்றாங்கன்னு சொன்னா அவங்க எஜுகேட்டட், அவங்களுக்கு எஜுகேஷன் இருக்குது என்று சொல்ல முடியாது. பிகாஸ் எஜுகேஷன் என்று சொல்றது சப்ஜெக்டை வச்சு தெரிஞ்சுக்கொள்ளுமான ஒரு கிரைட்டீரியா வந்து இல்ல. எஜுகேஷன் என்று சொல்றது இப்ப அவங்க வந்து ஒரு நாலேஜ் வந்து லேர்ன் பண்றாங்கன்னு சொன்னா, ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து லேர்ன் பண்றாங்கன்னு சொன்னா, அந்த சப்ஜெக்ட் அந்த நாலேஜ் அவங்களோட பிஹேவியர்ல சேஞ்சஸ் கொண்டாடணும், அவங்களோட பிஹேவியர் சேஞ்ச் ஆகணும், அவங்களோட மைண்ட் டெவலப் ஆகணும். எஜுகேஷன் சொல்றது ஓவரால் அது ஹியூமன் டெவலப்மெண்ட், ஓவரால் டெவலப்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் அ சைல்டுக்கு கண்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணணும். எஜுகேஷன் சொல்றது நாட் ஓன்லி ஸ்கூல்ல படிக்கிற சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ் தியரிஸ் மட்டும் இல்ல, பட் it also will help their mind. அவங்க மைண்ட் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு கிரைட்டீரியா தான் எஜுகேஷன் சொல்றது. ஓகே, அண்ட் அது எஜுகேஷன் சொல்றது, எஜுகேஷன்ல கிரைட்டீரியா வந்து ஒரு பீரியட்ல மட்டும் லேர்ன் பண்ண ஏழுமானது என்று நான் கன்சிடர் பண்ண மாட்டேன். ஓகே, பட் அது ஒரு லைஃப் லாங் ப்ராசஸ். ஒரு ஒன் டேல எங்களுக்கு எங்களோட பிஹேவியரை சேஞ்ச் பண்ண முடியாது, ஒரு மைண்டை சேஞ்ச் பண்ண முடியாது. இட்ஸ் அ ப்ராசஸ், ஒரு லாங் டேர்ம் ப்ராசஸ் on the matter. Okay, so that's the summary of this slide of this presentation. But Zainab, I recommend you to rewatch the recording. Okay, because in English I would explain a bit broader for your understanding, so try to recheck the recording. Okay, all right, others. Okay, others, so what did you understand from this definition? Yeah, come on. What did you understand from this definition of education?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, my dear.
Actually, we are giving a good marks for the examination is not only the education. I understood by your explanation, ma'am. Actually, that's have to be a change in discipline, manner, and attitude and character, and it should be have to be usage for others too.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
And the discipline is the main thing for that we can see in the real education, ma'am.
Yes. So what is discipline is one of the major criteria in education. Yeah. All right. Great. Others?
Okay.
We have Afnan, Amanda, Hajara, Hasna, Jaria, Madhushani. Yes, Noora, Razina, Rishafa. I'm just reading their names. Sumaya, Tulani. Yes. Discuss this definition from your perspective, from your idea. Yes, teachers. The discipline that is concerned with method of learning. So the disciplines are concerned with method of learning. Yes, we have to inculcate different methods into teaching and learning. That's right, Noora. All right. Education is a cumulative process of development of intellectual abilities. Okay. So obviously it is also stating that it's a continuous process of a long-term process, okay, a lifelong process of intellectual abilities. Intellectual abilities refers to the intelligence, which is related to the mind, okay. Now, talent is different. Skill is also a different terminology. Intellectual or else intelligence is related to the mind, right? Not everyone who are talented are intelligent, right? So intelligent is related to the mind, how the students are thinking, how they are planning, and how they are logical thinking, how they are understanding. All those are related to intellectual abilities, okay? It's how the mind works. It's how their thinking pattern works, and it's how their brain works. And also it's the development of skills. Okay, skills refers to the physical abilities that they are doing using their body, okay. How they are working with their body and their development of the body, those are related under the criteria skills. And attitudes, okay, attitude do refer attitude does work with the heart, how the students are working with their heart, what they are feeling, how they are feeling. So, and what are the different emotions that they are having, that they are facing. All those are related to the attitudes, which will be dealing with their heart, okay. So all of which form of various outlooks and disposition to action in life generally. All right. Now, all these three criteria, okay, abilities, skills, and attitude are necessary for an education, for the education to occur, or else the education should bring development in all these categories, okay. So not only just learning a subject at school will bring education, not really, but if that subject is developing a learner in all these criteria, which are abilities, skills, and attitudes, will definitely bring the educational process, okay? Right. So did all of you understood the concept of education? Did you get the meaning and did you comprehend this slide? Any question, any doubts? I don't want to be like ambiguous. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, okay?
Ma'am, excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry for the disturbance, ma'am. Can you explain that intellectual skill for an example? Can I have an example for it?
Intellectual abilities refer, my dear, their intelligence, how they are thinking. For an example, you are teaching the names of fruits, okay? You are teaching the names of fruits. So you will be focusing that the student should learn the names of fruits, right? If they can learn the names of fruits, so it's improving their intelligence, right? Because they are learning new words which are related to fruits and which are available in their real life as well. So that is related to intellectual abilities. Is it clear? So the development should occur in their mind, in their brain, in how they think. So later on, if they see that fruit, okay, for example, they are learning the name of strawberry, and if the learners see the fruits of strawberry in the market, so obviously they can identify, they will definitely identify, okay, that's the strawberry, right? So it is related to intellectual ability. the intelligence, the brain, the mind. All right. Any question? Any other questions? I don't mind re-explaining it again, okay? But I want my students to be clear of what we are learning and what we are discussing. You can ask me questions. You can ask me doubts, yeah. Okay, right. Now, if I ask you the same question which I asked you earlier, what is education? How will you respond me after knowing all the categories of education? After discussing several definitions, how will you define education now? Yes. Okay, so do you have any doubts under education, under the term education, or is it clear, everyone? Should I help you or should I not help you? Please let me know. Is it clear? Are you clear with this slide? Are you clear with the term education? Yes or no?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right, so I believe those who are new to this field, I believe they are a bit lost maybe. Okay, I have received a definition from Afnan, okay. But I still recommend recheck the recording. I'm trying to elaborate and explain each and every pinch of what we are learning, okay? All right, so Afnan has said education is the deep process of abilities, skills, and behaviors in our day-to-day life. Yes, indeed, Afnan. You have included all, I mean, yeah, everything that would come under education, yes. Rosina, education is not limited to a particular subject. Education covers a broader scope, which includes skills, intellectual abilities, and other criteria, which helps in shaping up a person's character and outlook. Yes, definitely. So it will be helping to change and alter their behavioral patterns and how they see the things, right? Okay, great. Let's go on. So after explaining each slide, I will pause a bit. I will pause a bit and I will inquire from you if you have any doubt or not, or if you have any questions, you may please. I really welcome the question, okay? I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. So after explaining each and every slide, I will pause. And if you have any question, yes, please put forward and I will try to help you, right? All right. So there are three relationships. And there are three corners of education which we should consider and which are more important. So one is educator as the teachers. So you're following, maybe you're following this program to improve your teaching skill, right? So you are the educator. Even if you're a mother, if you are teaching your kids, if you're trying to help your kids, Yes, you are an educator, right? So you are relevant to this triangle, that you are necessary. And educand. Educand is referring to the student. Okay, the one who learns. The student, educand. Educator, the teacher. And of course, another corner is that the society. The society too plays a role in the sector of education. So there are three important corners of education. First is the student who is trying to learn, and the educator who is helping the students to learn, and as well as the society, because we consider the society here because it includes the parents, it will include their relatives, it could include the friends of the students, it also would include the religious organization, religious knowledge of the students, okay, the cultural knowledge, everything will be included. So all of these will bring some effect towards the education. So we have to consider all these three criteria, all these three factors when you are thinking of education, because these are the influence which will be impacting towards education. Okay, let me bring some example. If you have a good student, what do I mean by good student? A gifted student who is very talented, okay? So if the student is very talented, and if you're teaching a topic, that student can be able to understand what you are teaching very quickly, right? So if you are teaching a talented student, obviously that student will understand very quickly. And if the student has educated parents, they will know how to help their child, right? And they will also try to include in different educational programs, right? Try to admit the child in different educational programs or different developmental programs. So this is one example. Another example, let's take, if the child is, let's take another example. If the child is weak, okay, below average, this child cannot learn well, okay? And you, the teacher, you are teaching in a very good manner, but still the child is weak, so the child cannot understand the topic. And the society, let's take the parents. The parents are not educated, right? So it would bring a different impact, right? Though you are trying to teach, though you are trying to do your job, though you are trying to build the rapport, to pass down the knowledge to the student is not capable of doing it. And also the society, the parents cannot help the child because they don't have a good idea, or they are not educated, they do not know how to help their child. So all these factors will definitely affect and will have different roles in education, okay? The relationship among three elements can be considered as tripolar, three factors, tripolar process, where the three elements, that is educand and educator and the society, are the three essential poles. So they are very influential factors. If one change, all the process will change. If the teacher is not teaching properly, yes, the student will not understand it. Yes, so definitely all these three factors are very much necessary. Okay, let me just give a bit of summary in Tamil. So in the three elements, educand என்று சொல்றது ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு சொல்லுவோம் educand, educator சொல்றது the teacher, டீச்சருக்கு தான் educator என்று சொல்றது, and the society, சொசைட்டில சொசைட்டின்னு சொல்றோம் என்று சொன்னா இன்னொரு ஃபேக்டர் ஏன்னு சொல்றோம் என்று சொன்னா அதுல தான் பேரண்ட்ஸ், ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ், ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், அந்த சைல்ட்ல ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், அந்த உங்களோட லேர்னர் இல்லாட்டி இஃப் உங்களோட சைல்டு ரைட், சைல்டு ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க, ஒரு எனி ரிலிஜியஸ் ஆர்கனைசேஷன், அந்த சைல்டு பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ற வேற என்ன ஆர்கனைசேஷன் இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ இந்த த்ரீ ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் வந்து ஒரு important factors for the field of education. Education important factors are considered pannuwa. Okay. Or factor change obviously all the others also would change. Right? That's it. All right. Did you understand this concept? Do you have any doubts or else are you clear? What is it? Do you have any questions? Yes. No, any doubts? Can we move to the next criteria, next topic, next discussion? If you do not have any questions. Yes, how about others? Please give me a reply. Be interactive with the class, with me, so that I will be aware on what's happening with you, whether you are able to understand of the relevant topic or else whether you are lost, and so that I can help you, or else whether to move on with the next topic. Yeah. Okay, so we have feedbacks from Hajara, Azu. How about others? Yes, Madhushani. Is it clear for you, Madhushani? Okay. Right. Excellent. All right, let's move on. Okay, it's not what, why. Okay, now can you tell me why education is considered to be important? Why education is considered to be important? Can you give me a few reasons why education is considered important to a child, and why the society do consider the education to be important? What is the reason? Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, dear.
Actually, it's a power to control all the challenges, and I think that is education is important because it's thinking of feet forward, and it's effective and essential for all the works, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes. It's quite
And also
reliable.
discipline.
Yes, indeed. Right. Others? Yeah, Tulani, what can you say about the importance of education?
If we have a good education, we can find a good job and we can improve our economy.
Yes, yes, indeed. Obviously, it would be a helping hand to improve our poverty or the financial stability, right? Yeah. Good. Others? We have a point from Hasna. It's important to improve our skills and knowledge. Yes. Education will be providing knowledge to improve skills, right? And also it would be obvious providing knowledge, yeah, so that we could compare that. Communication. Altaf, can you elaborate your answer? Can you explain about it a bit? What are you referring with communication here? Sumaya, Rishafa, Noora. Yes. If you want to discuss in Tamil, okay, go ahead. You may discuss your ideas. If you want to discuss in Sinhala, yes, please go ahead. The platform is yours. You may discuss. Sumaya Faisal, it makes a person full. Okay, so obviously it would be fulfilling a person, right? Okay, yeah, certainly. Madhushani, education is important for improving our skills, abilities, and positive attitude. Yes. Okay, yeah, comparing the definition here. Okay, yeah, that's also a good aspect. Shireen, it's important to improve our knowledge, discipline, and intelligent people to our society. Yes. So if we really need to bring intelligent people, or the people with intellectual abilities, obviously we have to educate them, right? Yeah. Nadira, please send that send that to everyone. Please send your answer idea. You please send your discussion to everyone. To have access for information and for critical thinking, improve the skills and knowledge. Yes, Nadira. Yes, you're right. Education is considered to be a useful weapon. Obviously, yeah. Nowadays there are some wars in between Ukraine and Russia, right? So they are using weapons and bombs, missiles, right? But still, we do consider education to be a useful weapon indeed. An educated person can help others with their livelihood. Yeah, definitely. Improve our knowledge, skills, and attitude from day-to-day experience. Right. So there are many users, there are many reasons to consider education to be important. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your discussion. All right. So we are moving on to the types of education. We covered the definition of education and the main factors that will influence the education. Now we are moving towards the types of education, right? There are 3 types of education. Those are formal education, non-formal education, informal education. All right. I want you to predict what these types will be. Obviously, I'm sure that you are not very much aware about these terminologies, okay? But I want you to predict. Now, with this name, you can identify, right? Formal, non-formal, informal. So what can you say about all these 3 types of education? It doesn't matter if it is correct or not, just share your ideas. What do you think? What are your predictions?
Formal education is what we learn from school.
Yes. Yes, Aisha. Others? Okay, Muhammad Altaf. Formal education is learning in a classroom. Okay, right. Others, what are your opinions? Mrs. Abdul Aziz. Who else? Afnan. Hasna. Yes. Okay, we have a point from Razina. Formal education is that gained from schools and institutions. Okay, right. Okay. So with the name itself, you can comprehend it to something, right? Okay, right. How about the second one? Second type of education. What do you think? What it could be? What are your predictions? Okay, Razina is speaking about the informal education. Informal education, knowledge gained from other sources like reading books, magazines, TV, and etc. Okay, all right. How about non-formal, everyone? Non-formal education. How will you define non-formal education? You don't need to be correct, okay? Don't worry that you need to be correct, not really. What are your ideas on this particular type? That's it. Yeah, Shade.
Non-formal means learning from parents, school, environment.
Non-formal is learning from parents. Okay, right. Mhm. Non-formal, Nadira, learning from experiences. Okay, that's a good perspective. Yeah. I think formal education means, Sumaya Faisal, I think formal education means that an educator teaches professionally, and non-formal means it's not a professional one, but gains by learning something like from society. All right, all right. I appreciate your discussion. Let's check them. Let's check whether your predictions are correct or not. Okay. So formal education. Formal education is a planned and structured type of education. So if an education is planned, if an education is structured, it will be considered as formal education. Now let's take this program. It is planned and it is structured. We will be having classes on every Thursday from 4 to 6, and this is the program, and you will be receiving certificate. You are learning from an institute, right? So that is formal education. Learning is carried out in specially built, purposely designed institutions such as schools, especially primary, secondary schools, private and public, special schools for handicapped, colleges, colleges of education, college of technology, and university. So it could be any institute, any organization that are providing structured and planned education. So let's take even schools. They are planned with curriculum. They are planned with different types of disciplines in a specific grade, and they hire teachers, skillful teachers to teach the students, right? So that situation is structured and planned. Then the instructions to be taught are carefully planned and well structured through the use of syllabus, scheme of work, course outline, lesson plan, and timetable. The instructor is a certified and qualified personnel who provided with his teaching under the supervision of both internal and administrative bodies. So apart from the organization, so teachers also will be trained. They also will have skills, experiences, and each of the course, each of the subject will be having the syllabus, scheme of work, lesson plans, timetable, all of it. At the end of each stage, formal education certificate is awarded to recognize the achievements of the trainee. So at the end of this program, you will be receiving the award, right? Award. You will be receiving the award. Formal education is also characterized by its special features, which are highly structured programs with perspective content of the curriculum. So it also will have the curriculum as well. This is provided by both private and public primary, secondary college. So it is not only related to private, public, but it will consist of all the types of organizations who are just preparing or else conducting, delivering planned and structured type of education. It could be any education. In the other side, consists of moderate by structured program with perspective content to curriculum and some flexibility methods. So basically it's this structured way. If a program is having, if the program is structured, if the program is planned, we will consider it as formal education, okay? And these organizations are primary, secondary, and these are few examples of formal education. Okay, any question under this? Any question under formal education, under the type of formal education?
Skinnya kiama? Skinnya. Ano milya?
All right, let's move on to the next type then, which is non-formal education. So these two words, non-formal, informal, they sound similar, right? But not really. Though they sound a bit similar, they are quite different to each other. Let's check the non-formal, the second type, non-formal education. So non-formal education is different from formal education. It is without specific teacher, no written syllabus, no examination at a specific period. It is not industrialized. So non-formal education will not have a teacher. Now, we are doing a formal education. There's a teacher, there's a lecturer, and there are students, right? The course is pre-planned. When it comes to non-formal, there won't be a teacher, specific teacher, there won't be any exam, there won't be any syllabus and so on, right? But used in simple society, non-formal education depicts and organized learning activity outside the structure of the formal education. This type of education is purposefully meant to meet specific needs of particular group of children, youth, or adults in the community. All right. This type of education will not have the exams or anything planned, or else there won't be a curriculum and so on. There are some organizations, they create non-formal education for adults, for children, which are not really with exams, which are not really with assignments, okay? It includes various types of vocational education and socio-personal activities such as remedial, continuing, skills training, antenatal care, health and family planning. So these few: hairdressing, tie and dye, So these are few examples of non-formal education. Obviously that it's not pre-planned. I mean, it's not very much planned. It is not very much structures. As you said, it requires experience. Okay, they need experience. They need experience to do something. Okay, but it is not structured. It is not planned. And it is outside of school system. Now, some people, they go for tailoring classes, right? Which are in non-formal. So basically sometimes nowadays it's improved. So if they even you go to tailoring classes, beautician classes, so they get certificates. But when we have another aspect, so if they are learning from a known person, if they are learning from a friend, obviously it's not formal education, it's non-formal education. Okay. All right. And there's another slide, you can read this. It's something extra knowledge for you. All right. Do you have any question under non-formal education? Any question under non-formal education?
Ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, is it in one word? Can you explain? This is a day-to-day activities that facing like an experiences, ma'am.
Now, when you learn from another type, which is informal, it's related to day-to-day experience. Okay, now this is not really related to day-to-day experience, but it is also a type of program which are not structured, which are not planned. So as I said, let's take the tailoring class or else cake baking class. Okay, nowadays we have classes with certificates, right? If you are learning from a friend, okay, yeah, you are learning how to design a cake, okay, how to apply the icing on the cake from a friend. You are learning from a friend. So it is not structured. It is not pre-planned, right? You are just learning from a friend. It is not day-to-day skill or day-to-day experience as well. Okay, you have to understand that. Is it clear now?
Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Others, any questions? All right, it's power cut here. Give me few minutes. I will share using my mobile phone. All right, can all of you see the screen which I'm sharing, everyone? Yes, can everyone see the screen which I'm sharing?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's move to the last type, which is informal education. So in a non-literate society, what is being practiced is informal education. This is so because it does not have the formal education system and characteristic features of formal education system. For instance, there's no specially trained teacher as in a formal situation or classroom curriculum. All right, now this type of informal education is referred to what we practice as a society, as someone in the society. we will not receive, for an example, now we do not go for classes on how to eat, right? How to eat our food, how to maybe behave with others, or how to maintain relationship, right? We don't really go for classes, whether it's formal education or whether it's non-formal education. We don't go for classes, but it is informal education, right? We practice it every day with the society which is around us. So it differs according to the culture we live in, right? So it's the culture, tradition, and also the country. Now, Sri Lankan people will have a different set of norms, family norms, right? And also, if you compare that to a foreign country, let's take US, United States, their norms on family will be different, right? It's depend according to the country and the tradition, culture as well. But what you have to understand is informal education is what we practice every day. What we learn from, it's not learning from others, but what we practice. We learn being in the society, okay? There's no specific trainer, instructor, supervision is not required, and most of the learning is unconscious and involuntary. Okay, this type of learning will take place that you will not know that you are learning. It will not state that, okay, you will not have the idea, okay, I'm learning something, so I have to learn it anyway. Not really. For an example, let's take a language. Your mother tongue, if your mother tongue is Sinhala or Tamil, you will not go to directly when you are around an year, 6 months, your parents might not have admitted you to school to learn that mother tongue, right? You will learn unconsciously as a baby, as an infant, you learn it unconsciously, right? And with involuntary actions, you are not taking any action, right? You are learning unconsciously as a child. And what else? Examples are various types of learning the child experience from his family, religious affiliation, peer groups, learning from friends. Now, learning from friends is different when it comes to non-formal. Okay, I gave an example there. It's learning on how to bake a cake, how to design a cake. Okay, it's specific, it's related to that. What else? Most of the association experience mass media. So if you are knowing something in the social media, in this situation, okay, under informal education, you are not making an effort to learn. You are not making an effort to learn, but you are learning without knowing to your mind. Unconsciously, you are doing something. Unconsciously, you are learning. Now, okay, let me give you one example here. Again, you are learning from your friend on how to design a cake, but you are not requesting her to teach you. Okay, she's not teaching you, but she's making, or else she's baking a cake, or else she is designing the cake and you are watching it. So it will impact you. By watching itself, you sometimes will know how to design a cake, or you sometimes will learn how to bake a cake. So you are learning unconsciously. She or he is not teaching you, and you are not requesting her, but you are learning by seeing, and it is unconsciously. It's an involuntary learning. Okay. Informal education evolved early as the creation, right? This is the very first type of education in the world, because in the very ancient era, we didn't have schools, right? We didn't have organization. We didn't have skillful people. So there were tribes, there were groups of people, there were grandparents, there were very, very skillful members in the family. So they learned from each other. So the grandparents taught their grandchildren. It wasn't non-formal, or else it wasn't formal, but it was informal education. The children learn from their ancestors by involuntary actions. Okay, that will be considered as informal education. All right, is everyone clear with this type, informal education, or any questions? How can I help you with this? No, is everyone clear? No questions? All right, clear, right. So we did learn about 3 types of education: formal education, non-formal education, informal education. Right now, let's go for an activity, which is, okay, before that, let's discuss something, okay? Under informal education, there are few categories. There are few categories under informal education. So we can divide according to the age group, okay? So we can divide it among 0 to 6 years, 6 to 10 years old, 10 to 15 years old, 16 years plus. So let's see how we are learning unconsciously, or how we are getting our informal education in related to all these years, okay? All these ages. So first one, 0 to 6 years, who are infants and who are children, it will occur, the education received here is family based and it is dominated by mother. So most of the time, the mother will be the role player, right? The mother will be teaching the child on how to eat, or else the child will be following what the mother does, or yes, learn from how the parents, mostly how the parents will be behaving, how they will be talking to each other, and what are the things happening in the family. So it's an informal education system. Mostly it will be from the family base, it's family oriented, and it will be dominated by the mother. So most of the time, mother will decide what should be happening around the child, okay? Second stage, that is 6 to 10 years. The children are separated into various services and are made to do duties related to their sexes, genders. The female child follows the mother while the male child follows the father. Now, in this period, they are admitted to the school, right? So they will be admitted by 6 years, right? So they will be admitted and they will get exposed to different types of students, different types of teachers, different personalities. So they are getting the exposure of other people than the parents, than the family, than the relatives. So they are getting to know the society a bit more towards the schooling, towards the other learning services. And here the gender also will be taking important role. So a girl child would be following the dressing style of a mother, or would be following how the mother makeup, right? How the mother would do her makeup. And when related to the boy child, the boy will be following how the father behave and how the father speak and what the father is good at, and they will be following the masculine, right? It depends on to the gender as well. So that is related to 6 to 10 years. So here it is a way of learning informally. They will learn informally from their friends, from other services, and from their parents as well, but also the gender will take a role here. All right. Third one, C, 10 to 15 years. This is a stage tagged as preparation for adult. Right now, this period is not considered as adult, but it's a period or shifting period from childhood, okay, middle age to the adult period. So it's like they are attaining their puberty, right? So going to puberty stage, the child is equally engaged at the learning state, he is regarded as an adult and he is given an adult job to do. Right. Now, they cannot be considered as adults. 10 to 15 years are still children, right? They are not adults, but they can be recognized as teenagers, might be. But when they are 10 years, not really. They are in the phase of children or child and a teenage, okay? So they are in the stage of processing. And okay, these in this period, they will be learning from family, they will be learning from other services, and they will be learning from strangers as well. So if they see something and if they tend, okay, let me try, or they will try it. So maybe it is something that they are learning informally, right? And they consider themselves as adult. This period, this group of people, this group of children or teenager will consider themselves as adults, but still they are not really reached the stage of adulthood. Okay. Then the last one, D, 16 years plus, adult stage. So we can consider this stage as adult, but still they are in the stage of teenagers, and they are in the beginning of adulthood. Okay, beginning of adulthood. By the stage, the child becomes 16 years, initiation ceremony is performed for him to welcome him to adulthood. So it is the beginning stage of adulthood, and they will be moving with adults, different group members, different types of friends, and they will be learning new things around them. So these are 4 categories on how informal education occur. Informal education occur, all right? So I will be sending the presentation to you. You will get the presentation. Okay, don't worry about that. You will receive the note. But I recommend you to have your own notes. Now, the way you understand, the way you learn will be different, right? So I will recommend you to prepare your own notes. For an example, now let's take non-formal education. So under this, there are 2 paragraphs, right? You can summarize it and you can write what you understood on your own words. You can use this slide for your help to understand what is non-formal education, but try to come up with your own notes. So you would understand the clear idea of non-formal education, okay? All right, is everything clear, everyone? Or any question? How can I help you? Okay, only 3 students are responding to me. I'm not sure about others. Let me go back to a few of these students. Adisha, right? Yeah, Adisha, Afnan, Aisha, Madhushani, Mrs. Abdulaziz. Who else we have? Rakshana, Sumaya. Is it clear, or what is it? What's happening with you? Do you have any questions, or are you struggling? Are you lost? Okay. Okay. Formal education. Okay, Abdulaziz, Mrs. Abdulaziz. Formal education is related to an education which is structured and which is planned. For an example, our program, our teacher training program, okay, it is planned, right? It is planned, conducted by Gateway College. It will be conducted for 16 hours and you will be receiving certificates. So it's related to formal education. And of course, the schools, the nurseries, all of them are formal education. And the students will learn consciously. They know that they are going to learn. You know that you are going to learn this program, right? So these are few examples of formal education. Okay, wonderful. All right, let's move to the activity. What are the difference between all the three types of education, right? I want you to draw a table, okay? In that, at least mention 3 differences between all the 3 types of education. Mention 3 differences between all the 3 types of education. What are the difference between, its differences, okay? Differences between all the 3 types of education. Let me check whether I can use the whiteboard. Give me a minute, everyone. So you need to identify 3 differences under all the 3 types of education, okay? Wait, I'm going to stop share and let me check whether I can use the whiteboard. The whiteboard. No, I don't think. Wait. I just want to draw a table and show it to you. I can't use the laptop as well as it's power cut. So I'm just trying to. No, guys. The blackboard option, the whiteboard option is not there. All right. Okay, let me reshare the screen with you. Can all of you see the whiteboard? Can you see that something which is blank, white in color?
Yes. Nice.
Okay, right. Let me try drawing a table. Okay, so you need to draw a table and it should have 4 columns. Let's have, okay, yeah. Or else even if it has just 3, it will be fine, right? Yeah. Let's go for 3 columns. What is it? Why can't I option for writing? Okay. So basically you need to have 3 columns. So the first column would be formal. I can type it. Formal education, and the second would be non-formal, right? And the last would be informal. Okay. So under all these 3, you have to write 3 differences. 3 differences. So altogether there should be 9 points under this table.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, my dear.
Ma'am, actually we have to say or convey or we have to write and show it.
For now, you may discuss it in the class. Anyway, you have to jot down the points, right? You have to have 3 differences between formal, non-formal, informal. But in class, you can discuss. After class, you may write it in a table format, okay?
Okay, ma'am. So now I have to convey, ma'am.
Yes, you can have around 5 minutes to get ready to check the
Okay.
points. Yeah. So all of you can have around 5 minutes to identify the differences between 3 differences between formal, non-formal, and informal education. Is everyone clear?
Ma'am, shall I convey, ma'am?
Give me few seconds, my dear. Okay, I just want
Okay.
to.
Okay, ma'am.
I want to get to know whether they have any doubts or not. Yes, others. Are you clear with the activity? Is everyone clear with the activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. You can have 5 minutes and then let's discuss. So it's 5:39. Let's discuss at 5:44. All right, let's discuss the differences between all the three types of education. Okay, those who are ready, please raise your hands.
Ma'am,
Yes, my dear.
actually, ma'am, if anything, mistakes, extremely sorry, ma'am.
Oh, that's totally fine. Go ahead.
Then okay, ma'am. Formal education means that is structured and it's planned. It's like it's according to a syllabus and keeping sponsors by lectures and the teachers. And it's like a nursery, schools and university. For an example, like our Gatwick College, certificates are available. Ma'am, non-formal means that is not structured or certificates, awards, and not like that, but it's like that not education that we are learning skills like for an example tailoring, cake baking, etc. And informal educations means that is like an old economic era, ma'am. That's according to the industrialized activities that we are learning from in our experiences, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, good, excellent, right.
Yeah.
How about others? Can others give me a few differences? Yeah, Shari.
Formal education has planned and structured education, and it has specific teachers, plan, timetable, etc. And same time, the end of the education, you will receive an award. Non-formal education has not planned and not structured education, no award in the end of the course or something. And informal education, learning from day-to-day life experience, no specific trainers, and learning from their own interest.
Yes, yes, that's right. Good, excellent. All right, I hope all the others got the idea with the differences between formal, non-formal, informal. So, okay, let me tell you, I have given three columns, right? In that, you can add the definition of formal, in non-formal, informal at the first row, definition, okay? Definition, oh, yeah. You can add the definition, what is formal education, non-formal education, what is informal education in the first row. Second row, you can give who are playing in the role. Okay, for example, formal education, the organizations, the institutes, right? The roles. And non-formal, it's not structured as well as not organized, but of course, skilled people will be there. And for informal, the parties will be the groups and family, right? They learn from their group and family. So you can write the second difference here, second line. And the third one, you can write the examples, different types of examples under the third row related to all the three types of education system, right? Is it clear, everyone? And we have some answers. I mean, yeah, Hajara, formal education is highly controls education setup. Yes, yes, you even can add that, Hajara. You can add that into a different row. You can add a different number of rows as long as you prefer. Okay, these are few examples that you can include differences like this. In the first row, add the definition of the all the three types of education. Second row, who are taking the role. That's one difference. You can go for any other differences if you want. And finally, another example, you can take this row for the examples of formal, non-formal, informal. Okay. All right. So let me say explain you something very much simply. Clear my drawing. Okay, education. We did discuss about education at the very beginning, right? So in simple term, education is the process. Education is process of changing the behavior of an individual in all the three aspects. So those are knowledge, skills, and attitude. Okay. Now, let me re-explain this basic definition. Education can be considered as the process. It's not just something stable. It will keep changing. Okay. It is a process, and it will change the behavior of an individual, the behavioral pattern, how they react, how they feel, everything will be changing. Okay. The behavior of an individual will change in 3 aspects. So these are the 3 aspects. K for knowledge, S for skill, A for attitude. And that would be ending up the definition of education. Education is the process of changing behavior of an individual in 3 aspects. Those are knowledge, skills, and attitude. And also, in the perspective of education, or as a teacher, as an educator, you have to think in another perspective. So these are the 3 main categories relevant to education, right? So according to a teacher, according to an educator, you should consider these 3 as knowledge. Okay, what are the other words can we refer knowledge? What are the other words that can be referred to knowledge?
Ma'am,
Yes, dear.
you asked the meaning of a knowledge.
Not the meaning, the word. What are other words that we can call the knowledge, that we can refer the knowledge? A simple word. Okay, we have talent, intelligence from Afnan, learning from Hasna. I will read your description, Nadira. Give me a few minutes. Okay, I will read it. Okay, others? What else? What else how can we refer the word knowledge in another perspective? You don't have to explain. Give me a simple word which would be defining the word knowledge, the first criteria.
Intelligence.
Intelligence, yes. Good. Intellectual abilities, yeah. Excellent, guys. So, okay, now I have some satisfaction that you are learning something. Okay, great. All right. Okay, so in the perspective of a teacher, all right, in the perspective of a teacher, we refer the knowledge, the first aspect, as cognitive or cognition. Okay, knowledge can be referred to cognition. See, cognition. Okay, we as educators, we as teachers, we refer the knowledge as cognition. Okay, simply we will be referring to cognition. It is same. Knowledge and cognition both are same. Okay, but we use this terminology, cognition. Okay. And the second one, the second criteria, which is skills. Okay, can you give me a few other words that can be referred to skills?
Ma'am, it's a kind of a talent.
Talent, okay.
Capability.
Capabilities, okay. Experience, okay, good.
It can be said as cleverness also, no?
Cleverness will be related to knowledge, right? Because it will be related to the mind, how it works, right?
Ah.
Yeah. All right. So according to the education field, or in the aspect of teacher, we call the skill criteria as psychomotor. Psychomotor, P-S-Y-C-H-O-M-O-T-O-R. Psychomotor. I can't write that. I don't think I will have space there. Okay. SYCHOMOTOR. Okay, finally. And cognition. CO. The board is looking terrible because I can't write using my fingers. I'm using my mobile phone. Okay. All right. It's C is for cognition. Knowledge also can be referred to cognition. Skills also could be referred to psychomotor. All right. And the last one, which is attitude. Okay, which is attitude. How can we refer attitude? What can we refer attitude as? Behavior. Okay, Hasna. Okay, good. Others? What could you say? The attitude. What are the other words that would define the attitude? The word attitude.
Thinking or thoughts.
Thinking, thoughts, those are related to knowledge, right? The mind, the brain. Now, attitude is not related to the mind, but it is related to the heart. Right. Okay, then let me give the name. So, yes, dear.
The manner that we shows in a society.
Okay, yes, that's a good example, yeah. So according to the educators, we refer attitude as affective. It's also let me type right here, affective. Okay. So knowledge will be referred to cognition, cognitive. Skills will be referred to psychomotor, and attitude will be referred to affective. Okay. Now, okay, let me further explain about education. So according to Mahatma Gandhi, all of you would know who is Mahatma Gandhi, right? According to Mahatma Gandhi, education could be referred as the balanced development. It's the balanced development of head, heart, and hand. He is referring, Honorable Mahatma Gandhi is referring the education as education is the balanced development of head, heart, and hand. Okay, head. Can you tell me what is head in all these three aspects? What is head? Is it cognition? Is it psychomotor? Or is it affective? Head. Yes, what is head? Is it cognition? Is it psychomotor? Or is it affective?
Cognition.
Yes, excellent. That's head. HE, head, because that's work with the knowledge, that works with the mind, right? It's very blurred. Okay. The second one, another aspect that was heart, right? Education is the balanced development of head, heart, and hand, according to Mahatma Gandhi. So what is the heart here?
Effective.
Affective. Excellent. The last one, the third one, right, is the heart. Let me, I don't want to draw a heart here. And the final one, hand. What is the hand in this criteria, in these three criteria?
Psychomotor.
Psychomotor. Excellent. So hand will be used to do all the activities, right? Head will be used for all the thinking capabilities. Hand will be used to all the action work, so all the physical development. And heart will be used to how we feel, how we react. Okay, it would be used to refer the attitude as well. Okay, that's the simplest form of defining the education. If you can understand this, then it will be totally fine. So as of in today's class, today's lecture, you need to understand two criteria. We learned two different topics. One is defining the education. What is an education? So as of now, you should be able to define what is education And the second was the 3 types of education system. The 3 types of education, or the 3 modes of education. So the 3, can you tell me what are the 3 modes of education? You don't need to explain, just state me what are they. What are the 3 modes of education?
Formal,
Yes.
informal, and non-formal.
Informal, yes. Excellent, excellent. All right. All right, everyone. So let's end up the lecture by here. Do you have any doubts, any question, or any help? Do you need any help from me before ending up the session, before ending up the lecture? Yes, any questions, any doubts? Anything to clarify? In any situation, if you did not get the idea of a topic, you are very welcome to ask about it, okay? I'm here to help you. I'm trying to give you the maximum from this program, so feel free to ask from me, okay? If you ask only, I would understand that you are lacking or else that you are lost, so that I would be able to help you with that. All right, everyone. So yeah, it's time to end up the session, and obviously we would be having class next Thursday as well in the same time, 4 to 6. So hopefully we'll be meeting on the next week. Yeah. All right. Good evening, all of you, and thank you for choosing Gateway College, and thank you for joining this program. And I will be forwarding the presentation. Go through it again, make your short notes, make your own notes, and refer back to the recording if you have any doubts, okay? All right, may God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am.